Yesterday, that's one thing I noticed when I was running at the track. Fitness now has just become way more like mainstream. Like just everyone's on it.
Oh, 100%.
Like everyone's on it. Like
Yep.
even yesterday, I realized. So I was at the track, got there early, and I was waiting, and there was a mum with her son. She I don't know, maybe like mid 40s ish. Her son was quite young, maybe like eight, 9, and they went to the track together, and they were doing this thing of like for an hour, the youth was running around, every like 100 meters. So like he'd run 100 meters, walk 100, run 100. And then his mum was walking around the track, and they'd done that for like an hour. And I was like, that's cold. Like that's the time. That's their quality time this weekend.
Time, bro.
And obviously everyone says you should stay fit, which obviously I agree with. But I can understand how after a full working week, then you're then being told, right, now go and work out and stay fit. It can be long, but I was like, in this mum's head right now, every part of us probably thinking, I could just stay in bed today. Do you know what I'm saying? But just choosing, you know what, I'm gonna spend some quality time with my son today. We're gonna go to the track, and the youth was having fun. He was like, "You're slow, mum. You're slow." He's like, "No, you're slow." And they were just making a game out of it. And I was like, "Yeah, this fitness thing, like everyone's just being a bit more. I feel like everyone's a bit more conscious of it. Like,
Do you think this came because of COVID?
It's definitely a catalyst.
Yeah, catalyst, 100%. It's a catalyst. Social media, just everyone's just documenting their fitness journeys. Like even the other day, I saw one girl. She posted how literally a year ago she couldn't run 5k, and she completed her first 5k, and then a year later she's just done an ultra marathon, done 100k. And I was like, that's mad.
That is nuts.
And then that makes you just think, what's my excuse?
No,
like, do you get what I'm saying? So I think everyone's, even just the prevalence of social media, everyone's just documenting everything to the point where it's kind of like, if you see it enough, like, this is what I'm saying. This influencer thing is like, there's actual influence. Do you get what I'm saying? People are actually influencing people's behavior, which, I mean, if it's for this reason, then I think that's cold.
I saw a man like, you know, Dave Dobrik, or whatever his name is, that vlogger guy.
Oh, yeah.
So he did a mad transformation as well. I said, sweat? Is it?
It's nuts. But, yeah, no, what's your...
Sorry, just touching on that. Do you know how crazy it is? It had to be a whole nationwide lockdown for people to have free time to realise, right, like, I actually need to get fit.
100%.
Yeah.
That's actually mad, isn't it? The 9 to 5 just took all the hours away, bro.
Nah.
And then when they were on furlough and that, they realised, oh, right, I need to actually plan it.
Yeah. But it's mad because I think, well, obviously that's the majority of people, but for me it was the complete opposite, you know. Lockdown was long for me. Long. I put weight, fam. Weight.
Yeah,
and I think it's that isolation thing of being with the same people all the time. And when you're with the same people all the time, you don't realise the changes that is going on. You see them every day, so you don't really notice the change.
Right.
But as only when I came out of it, I was like, rah, how have I let it slip like this? I was just munching every day, staying indoors, and I was like, rah. But yeah, man.
It's actually, man, that COVID thing was what? It was 5 years ago?
Yeah, come and gone, fam.
Trust.
Come and gone.
Jeez.
It's crazy. But yeah, what's your week been saying, you man?
It's very active, bro. Let's just say that. I've like so many people trying to move in now. You know what I mean? Before the first quarter, trying to start a new life and that.
Oh,
so
yeah,
like we're doing like 7-8 properties a weekend.
So do you find that that's typically the case every year around this time?
So with the market thing, going slightly off topic, it's like peaks, like January. It goes really high because a lot of people during Christmas are like, oh, I need to move next year. And then it dips down ever so slightly till April. April is the second Christmas. It's the holiday and that everyone gets together. All right, first quarter's done. Schools in September. Let's try and get into the catchment area and that. It's going to take 4 to 6 months to move in. Let's try putting a house for the market.
Interesting.
So then it peaks up again in April. And then it starts to dip down because of summer holiday and that. Innit?
Right.
So summer holidays can go two way. If they're not going on holiday, put it for sale. But if they're going on holiday, it will just keep going down till September. September now
It's a serious thing.
is the last quarter of the year.
Right.
Yeah, people would like to move in before Christmas,
Right.
or in preparation for next year's like 11 plus and all that catchment area
Right.
stuff. So then it shoots up again in September because everyone's spending time in some holidays talking about what should we do, and then it drops down to Christmas because everyone's focusing on family time, buying gifts and that, and then it goes back up. Because December, as a lawyer, you may know, January's got the most amount of divorces.
Word.
Swear down.
Because, you know, everyone's on annual leave. They realise, right, I actually do not rate you, bro.
Swear down.
For 2 weeks,
January
I've got to live with you.
raw.
Yeah, January's got the highest.
And that's where this the new year, new me. It's like, you know, I'm done with this.
I'm
though,
done.
bro.
Fam. Yeah,
Swear.
no, that's mad.
I never thought about that, you know.
Do you not even just deep what you just said? Like deep everything you just said. You like your whole sector. You just analyze human behavior.
Yeah,
that's not how someone thinks. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in, no one has the cognitive thought process of what you've just said about choosing to move house. Like they just don't. They just wake up one day and just say, "I want to move house." But your sector, and I'm sure a lot of other sectors is like this. You just analyze human behavior. That's how majority of people think. Because it goes back to the point I said the other week of, and it shows. What you've just showed shows that everyone thinks the same. Because no one has that thought process in their head thinking, oh, my son's going to start 11 plus in this point, so let me just move in before that. No one thinks that. It's just, I want to move house. But you've analysed that enough people do the same thing that's a pattern that's been shown.
Exactly.
And you're just playing off that. Like, it's mad. I just think stuff like that is crazy. Like, every sector is just that you just analysing human behaviour because we all just think the same. Like, you could do the same even for your
100%. 100%.
No, like you'll notice trends in behaviour or patterns in like when you're chatting to people, how people respond to different communication, and no one on the other side of that is thinking anything that you're analysing. They're just coming to you for service. That is literally it. But you know that enough people have done this, that you're most likely going to do this. You know what I'm saying? Which is mad. I just think stuff like that is crazy. But no, what was your week saying there?
To be fair, it was an interesting week. Obviously, touched Spain. Whenever I touch Spain, to be fair, Spain is a sweet bop. But whenever I touch Spain, I haven't got to the point where I'm efficient there as I am here, innit?
What do you mean?
In terms of
It's not his backyard yet.
no, in terms of like 100%. So in terms of locking in. So when I'm here, I can lock in, but I haven't got to the point of being able to lock in there yet.
No,
And it's a tough one, but it was good to go. It was a quick bop though, like a quick one. Time flew, bro. Before I knew, it's time to come back home.
No,
just like that.
But do you know, when we were there, I could even show you. So every time I'm in Adriana's yard, I can see out of her window. One day we're gonna have to show you, man, the view in it. But I can see the fat houses in it. Like there's some fat houses in the hills.
Oh yeah,
Which isn't too far in it. Yeah, because she lives in a decent ends. So this is the first time. We always said we were gonna do it, but this is the first time we walked to those ends in it.
Nice.
So there's one yard there. Apparently it's man at Geordie Hour's I think his family's yard or his party's yard for him. Clean. So basically there's yards there. There was a few other ones.
Yeah.
Clean yards, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what? At one point I'm gonna have to cop one of these yards.
One of them
bro.
has to.
I'm gonna have to cop one of
Nice
these
little
yards.
holiday home, bro.
No, 100%. Because it's just too clean. Like the ends there. We're walking near. As you get closer, you start seeing the cars start changing, bro.
No,
You know what's there.
Word.
We even walked past, I think, where man at PK, I don't know if he lives there now, innit? Because obviously the whole split thing.
Oh yeah.
We walked past.
Fumble.
Because her ends is like there's bare footballers that live in them ends. So
Yeah.
he was ending, he fumbled the back.
Fumbled. But hey. Then again, it comes. Okay, obviously.
No,
I don't know the full extent. I know he split up with her. Didn't he go with like one of the players' mum or something?
Don't he cheat, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
So, but obviously, let's address it, lads. It was Valentine's weekend. This weekend. What weekend it is, fam. And okay, in that case, in PK's case, I don't hear it, but I hear it. Like, as in, everyone will be like, "Oh, he fumbled the bag," but like. The novelty had worn off for the Don. Do you get what I'm saying?
Nah, I hear it.
And this is the thing. Like, when you find that person, like obviously there's the raw, like swear, like you have that like first initial like excitement phase and like the thing that everyone else will see, like yeah, you patterned it, but once you know the Yats, I know for a fact Shakira was jarring, fam. I
Of
know she was jarring. Like, the novelty had worn off. Everyone said, "Oh, Shakira," and he was thinking, "You don't know her like I do, fam. Like you don't know her like I do." So obviously, even when I don't condone it at all, the cheating thing, but at the same time, I know he probably had his reasons in it. Like, it was just, I don't know, he just wore off. But
he would have, innit? He would have.
It would have.
He would have, but I guess the novelty thing, though, you have to expect that. Like, that's always going to happen, innit?
100%. 100%.
Always going to happen.
100%.
And I feel like once you, I don't know, we'll see in it, but I feel like once you get to the point, especially when it's a marriage thing, like, you have to foresee these things.
No, 100%. But you have to be aware that it's not going to be a honeymoon.
But do you know as well? Do you know what it is as well? I don't know if it's just the cheating thing. I think it's potentially the way he went about it. I think I could be waffling though. But I think just the way it was. I mean, to be fair, when you have a couple like that, it's always going to be public, innit?
Yeah.
But I just think the way that it happened, it was a bit slighty. I think, and also it was a bit messy, innit? I think.
No, I hear it. But yeah, Valentine's weekend. What was that saying for you, man?
To be fair, it was even clean. I got one unexpected gift.
Is it?
Yeah, remember I was telling you about the flowers, innit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that one even banged.
Got the flowers on that.
I got the flowers thing, bro.
Yeah, that's cold. That's cold. That's cold.
The bouquet thing.
Nah,
That's what they call it, fam.
that's cold. That's actually cold, you know, because
Come on.
I've got flowers before as well last year, and it's actually bad because I saw this thing. It was like guys will only get flowers at their grave.
That's
interesting,
so true, bro.
Which is mad. So I actually guessed you that you got flowers, you know.
No, I ain't heard that.
He
Yeah.
got it for her.
But do you know though, that's a very interesting one. Carrying your point though, that's a very interesting point, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
so the argument is that guys should get flowers more.
Not even more, but it's just like, so I remember last year when I was with my previous partner, she got me. I remember she said, "I've got a surprise for you," and I was like, "What?" And then she pulled out flowers, and I was like,
I rate that, you know.
This is what we're gonna do with this.
I was like, what's this? And then she was like,
It's about too long.
she's like, "Go get a word." She's like, "I got you flowers," and I was like, "Raw." And then she was like, "Oh yeah, most guys will only get flowers at their grave." And I was like, "I wanted to get."
Pulled out the bath.
And I was like, "Raw, fairs." And I was like, "That's actually true."
Nah, it's true.
Nah, it's
Like,
100%
guys
true.
don't get flowers. Like, that's
That's
just a
very true.
gift that we don't get at all. And I even looked after them in that. I was even looking at.
He was proud.
I was proud for him. I was
One
like,
team up,
swear.
bruv, and put it in.
Yeah, word. But because for me personally, I don't like giving flowers. Like, I'll do it because I know what it means to these yats. But I know what it means to them. But at the same time, for me, it's like if I'm gonna spend £30 on you, I'd rather spend £30 on you that's not perishable. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, 100%.
Like,
I hear that, bro.
I'd rather get you an. Like I don't know, you give these girls £30 in Zara, field day. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather give you something like where you can actually have an item which lasts. But obviously, I know there's a sentimental thing, so I just do it. So it's
That's so
calm.
true. Because whenever these girls ask me, "Oh, I would like some food," I'm like, "What? Food for your birthday? Like a bar of chocolate or something like that? That's just useless, bro."
It's
But
gonna
do you know
be
what it is
gone.
though? Like, I'm actually still trying to calculate or understand it properly. But there's something about it that even though it's perishable,
They love it.
the memory's not perishable.
The memory's not.
Yeah, nah, you're right.
The what's it called? The gesture.
If you see
Yeah.
their faces when you give it to them, it's like you've given them millions, fam.
No,
millions.
My mum was saying that, and it's even jokes that one of her boss was saying that. You see with yats, no matter what you do, like you're getting their good books, but it's just for a day in it. So the next day you have to refresh it.
That's a refreshing.
Yeah,
Facts.
you'll get 1 point for the day, and then it will refresh the next day. So with this one, she said, "I've got a point for." We have a joke, and she said, "I've got a point for that day and the next day." I said, "Sweet, man, I meet you, fam."
Yeah.
Cool.
But I don't know. Like for me, the flower thing.
I actually like it, bro.
Yeah,
What was the market for the flowers down there saying? Because I know on Valentine's Day, when I went there and collected it, I was like, "Raw, like, how's the market value increased this much,
Nah,
bro?
it was
Inflation was
definitely-
crazy."
Obviously, I ordered mine before time. Well, a couple of weeks back anyway.
Yeah.
And I just collected it. But to be fair though, and I was actually deep in when I went into the shop, like the flower donnies, they make bread or what?
They do. So for the funeral thing, I quickly stopped by. Like, do you know on those roads they have their own little shops?
Right. There's one in my house actually. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just went there, bought one, and I just bought a couple flowers. Yeah, and I was like, "Bro, why is it so dirt cheap?" It was like, obviously we don't have a shop, so we don't have to pay
Right.
for the rent. And apparently it's a market trend for flowers as well, bro. Seasonally, they
Oh,
go up.
100%.
And then if you buy them batch, they can afford to sell it at lower prices as well.
Right.
They made bread this
No,
weekend.
100%.
Oh no, this
Bread.
was
Bread.
because what they even do is they upsell you other stuff in it, so you'll get chocolates and that with it.
Yeah, the teddy bears with it.
Prosecco and that,
They,
the
they,
wine.
they, they even give you that flour powder.
Yeah, nah.
Does that even work, bro?
Doesn't work, fam. Doesn't work, fam. But as a
Doesn't
done,
even
you'll
work, bro.
buy it, fam.
No, you'll buy it, fam.
The
£10
add-ons.
here,
It's
£10
the
there.
add-ons, fam. Do you want to add this to your basket as well?
No, 100%.
Might as well, bro.
Might as well. Make it happy,
I was
innit?
thinking, right, that's nuts because for me, I don't know, maybe I'm just not as, well, I definitely aren't as versed in business in terms of, especially physical products. Like I just, for me, creating a business around, for me, it has to be a service, innit?
Yeah.
But like this flour, I'm just like, bro, how are these men upholding this shop, bro? But I think the bread is flowing, bro.
Nah, it's flowing. I think it's like you said, it's all seasonal, innit? Like,
True.
I don't know. I think something like flowers is such a.
There's so many occasions.
There's too many
Birthday,
occasions. Birthday,
anniversary,
word that.
funerals.
And you
And-
can always get flowers in it.
Yeah, nah.
It's even nuts. I was seeing some flowers, multiple bills, you know.
Yeah,
Multiple bills, bro.
I nearly,
crazy.
I picked up one thing. This looks cold. 110. Nah.
Nah, 110.
110. Like,
To
and I just
die
checked
in
all the
2
things.
weeks.
Like, people pre-ordered this. And I was looking
Yeah.
around the
Nah,
shop
what?
and I was like,
That's crazy.
right.
What though?
That's
Like,
crazy.
I love that for you, man. I love that for you, man.
No, I love it. I love Valentine's Day. I love seeing love. Like love is beautiful, fam. Yeah, it's actually cold to say. Even this year, I was like, raw. I was on the phone to I was on chatting to Aaron yesterday at the gym.
Then
I
he
was
was
like-
thinking about it.
Then, sure, I can't lie. I got caught in my feels, fam. I was like, wow, this Valentine's thing, because obviously I've got a big heart, fam. Like, obviously for me, I agree with the whole thing of you don't need a day to show someone you love them.
Right.
But for me, that day was like an extra day in it. Like, I would already show it anyway, but I'd go and be above and beyond on that day. So this year it felt weird. It was like, right, I'm not doing that this year. But still, just seeing it, like, even like, I was happy for you, man. I was like, yeah, you man. I was like, I love that you, man. I love, man. It's cold. But I remember I was speaking to my brother and he was saying that, because he's at uni right now, and he was saying that, oh, yeah, like, everyone's doing their love thing. And there was a point where I was a bit like, rah, this is a bit hollow. And then he was like, fam, it's calm. It's only one day, fam.
No, right.
24 hours.
Do you know, it's only, he said it's only 24. It's only 24 hours. But he did say something to me that made me like get out that little rut, and I was like, rah, cold. And he was like, fam, it's okay, because this year you shown the most important person love, and that is yourself. And I was like,
Man, like Brendan.
yeah, word.
Spit bars,
It's
bro.
the only person you've shown yourself some love. Like, you've loved yourself this year.
100%. Do you know what it is as well, though? I think a big part of it is social media. Like, I actually didn't, I didn't see anything, because obviously I'm not on social. I literally, all I saw this Valentine was what I saw in person. Which, to be fair, we went for a munch with the family in it, and it was packed. Oh my days!
Yeah, it was.
We had to go to 2 different restaurants. We went to one restaurant. The queue, as in, it was long
So
around the corner. So to be honest with you, I even went in. I was like, bro. I said to the waiter, I said, excuse me. I said, excuse me. Look, I appreciate you just doing your job. I know you're very busy. Roughly speaking, how long are we talking? In terms of waiting? And she was even like, oh, she was like, I don't know. She was like, I don't know. I could see she was stressed, and I was like, you know, I completely understand. Just roughly. And then the person she was serving was like, to be fair, I had to wait 1 hour. So I said, yeah. That's when we.
That's
when
right.
we-
Let's
That's when we cut.
Yeah.
And then we went to another place, and they were just shambles. Like, those people getting orders wrong. They weren't coming. Like, people were waiting. They weren't getting
Can't
seats.
mess up on the biggest day, bro.
I'm booking
Just,
a holiday
do you know
that
what? I was
day,
even
fam.
deep in, yeah. Like, we went to one place, and we've been there before, innit? And to be fair, the food there's calm, innit? But like, I was deep in, right. If I was like, you know, they do those mystery shopper things. If I was one of these big man dons that's like here to review the restaurant.
The audits.
Like, it was poor. I get it was a big day, innit?
Yeah.
And you could see that the workers were just dying out. Like, they just wanted to go home. I could see it. But it's like, bro, you do have to pattern up a little bit.
Yeah, you don't know who's
you
walking
have
through
to-
your door, fam.
You're like, 100%, you don't even know who I am, bro. So it's an interesting one, but overall, the Valentine's thing, obviously in Spain, that isn't in Barcelona, there's another day which I don't know if I was telling you about, which is called St. Geordie, which is more of a big thing, which is, I should actually know when it is. It's April sometime. I might have to cut this
That's
out.
another bop.
Yeah, I might have to cut it out. But yeah, so no, that one's even bigger, innit? This Valentine's thing over there, it's not as
massive.
It's like fair enough, innit? But
Yeah.
that one there, it's a big thing, bro. Very
Was.
big thing. Yeah, it's a very big thing. That was coming up.
Yeah, it's cold.
Mad.
Oh no, but what? I just thought something so jokes. I remember because obviously I went to the gym on Valentine's Day, and I kept saying this thing. Yeah, it was like I went to the gym because I'm there to train in it. But I know certain nuns went to the gym in the hopes that it would confirm what yats are single, fam. Because if you're in the gym on Valentine's Day, you haven't got a man, fam. And I was actually jokes because there was a plethora of nuns at the gym the day when I went, and I know they were
Scouting, bro.
heartbroken, fam, when they just got confirmation.
They
Got confirmation that.
didn't see any of the top
none of the top drafts, fam, at all. What's it? And I remember there was a couple that was there, and this dog cracked me up. They were there together on Valentine's Day. I was like, that's cold. And she made a comment. She's like, "What do I get on Valentine's Day then?" And Donnie gave her a slap on the back and said, "I love you, innit?"
100%, bro.
You're my girl, innit? I'm here, fam. I was like, what a geezer, fam. I was like, that's cold.
What a guy.
I was like, that's cool that they're actually going to the gym together on Valentine's Day. I was like, wow. But yeah, Valentine's, innit? Great weekend. That's it. Love's love. But
Trust me.
you had a question that you're gonna ask. I'm intrigued. I've been waiting for this question.
Is it?
Yeah, no,
I've
bro.
actually had two. But
Swear.
just going back to Last Chance. Oh, this is more personal for you guys, actually.
Oh, okay.
So,
What were the risks / sacrifices you took when you realised this is your last chance?
Right. I'll let you go first on that one.
I think sacrifices for me is just saying no to way more things. So, and to be fair, it's something that I'm still doing, innit? Like, there's people that holler me like, "Oh, we need to link up." I haven't seen them in time, and to be fair, I would actually link up with them, but it's the last chance, bro. So I think a big part of it is, and to be fair, you hear people saying this all the time. It's just saying no to more things, innit? Like, being locked in isn't really necessarily like, "Oh, I'm gonna lock in." It's just pretty much saying no to everything.
Yeah,
Apart from
100%.
A few key select things. Everything's I can't do that. Can't do that. So I think for me, that's probably one of the biggest sacrifices. Another sacrifice, which is something that I'm still working on, but you have to. I think Sean, you were saying this. Basically, it's clocking that the grind is permanent. There's no like, "Oh, calm, I'm gonna go to the gym today and I'm done." And it's like,
word.
No.
It's just this is how it is every day.
Just
innit?
how it is,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's how it is.
This is just every
And it's like
day.
you have to like even little things like, "Oh yeah, like I'm gonna be able to, I don't know, have a munch or something like this." Like, bro,
Yeah, no, word.
and you have to bear in mind that this is a constant grind. So it's something I'm still working on, but I think having that mindset is key to be able to, even like just having to transform your physique, getting into shape and then keeping it. I think that's probably the biggest sacrifice
100%.
that you have to be able to do. So it's more mental.
Because I was even like what you said, asked me yesterday about, am I gonna kind of like start eating what I want after the harvest? And I was like, nah, this is the start. Like, do you know what I mean?
This is the last start now.
Like, well, once I do that, it's just lock in the next day and back to it. And so that's what I mean. I get what you mean.
I think it takes time to get to that point, though. I think it takes, and I think I'm getting there bit by bit. But it takes, at least for me, the going. I don't know if I say going off track, come back, going off. To like, it's just not even worth it, bro.
No, 100%.
Just stay on track.
Yeah,
100%. Like I feel that heavy because I remember when I started, it was a case of like once I got to my desired physique, it was kind of like, oh, I'm done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you let it slip, and then it's like, right, now I've got to go back. But that's what I'm saying. You have to have. It depends what your goal is. Do you know what I mean? So like, if your goal is to get in shape, I don't know how to describe it. I feel like your goal, like even now, has changed to like, It's no longer my goal is to get into shape. My goal is to stay in shape.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying? So your outlook on it now is like it's never done. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you constantly have to keep actively doing the action
100%.
in order to sustain that. Whereas before, where it's just like my goal is to get into shape. Once you got into shape,
that's it.
then what?
If the goal doesn't switch quickly, it will get long for you.
100%.
Actually, I was watching that video of your dad the other day. It was like, once I reach 90,
Then what?
then what?
Then what?
He needs to make another goal.
I even used your bar, fam.
So,
Yeah, what's it? The story's always been written, fam.
Yes.
The story's always been
gonna
written.
like my pie trap.
Nah, that's a bar, fam. That one hit me heavy. I was like, yeah, that's a bar, because it really is like, it's never done. Like it's like even like now, it's kind of like there's always something to be done. Like even the grind thing, like locking in. Like I was saying to Aaron yesterday, I was like, if I'm not doing something, I should be doing something. And I'm like, it's a constant
90%.
cycle of like, there should never be a point where I'm comfortable and be like, oh yeah, everything's patterned. Like, I was like, no, I need to add something else. There's always something to be done. But yeah, nah, I hear it.
What do you guys think? Don't forget what you're going to say to Aaron's question.
Yeah.
But on a scale of like 1 to 10 or on a percentage, how locked in do you think you guys are? I think it might change from week to week, innit? So potentially right now it might not be as high, but in general, how to the max locked in?
Max.
Where would you say you are?
Do you know what it is? I'm soon. I'll say I'm 7 right now, but I'm soon to hit 8 or 9.
Well, what's the difference between the 7 and 8 or 9 for you?
Well, these man just patted me a standing table. These men have just patted me a standing table. I've got the treadmill at home. So the 10k step will be done within office hours. Yeah. And once that's done, and then once that's done, I get 1 hour back from home, bro. You know what I mean? Which will be additional hour for my day to get other things sorted, like what we've been talking about. And I'll be just much more efficient in that sense. And I think also the pain is getting bigger now. Do you get what I mean? The pain is getting a little bit bigger, so I need to lock in a little bit more, bro. In that sense.
Nah, I hear it.
But
nah, that's cold. How locked in am I? That's a great question, you know. I would say, do you know what it is? I'd say I am maybe like I want to say, I don't even know. That's a great question, because
To your max potential.
to the max potential. I'd say maybe like I'm a 5, but I'm a 5 out of 5 right now, if you get what I mean.
Right.
My potential's not a 5.
Right.
But to what I'm able to pattern now, I'm a 5. If you get what I mean. In the sense of, do I know I could be more locked in? Yes. I think for me, it's not even a case of am I locked in. I just think, I'm always thinking, how far am I in on this journey? And genuinely, I don't even think I'm 1%, not even 1% out of the 100%.
Right.
Like, you know, like, I think for me, the last couple weeks, I've just realised, like, you know, this, like, you've not even touched the surface of potential. So for me now, it's a constant thing of like, okay, obviously, like you said, week to week, it can change how locked in I am and stuff. But I don't think I'll ever feel like, I'm ever like 100%, because I feel like there's always something. There's always something that I could improve on.
A little bit.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think the concept of locking in, like everyone uses the term now, but I think like it's really actually, that's a good question. What's your like not definition, but like what do you perceive to be locked in? Like what for you is being locked in?
Do you know what I would say, yeah? If I was to simplify it, it's doing everything that you know you should be doing. That you should and could be doing, innit? So it's like, whatever you're working on, there's going to be things that you know, like, I probably should, or I probably could do this. probably could go to the gym more. I probably could do this. If it's work, I probably could do 50 calls instead of 20. I probably could do. So just doing everything that you could be doing and you know that you should be doing. I feel like that's locking in.
Yeah.
Sleeping on time. And also I think it comes down to habit creation.
Yeah.
So obviously you're always creating habits. And it comes down to, okay, what habits am I creating at the moment? Am I creating a habit of going to the gym? Am I creating a habit of sleeping late? So if the vast majority of the habits that you're creating are pushing towards your goals, then I say that's locked in.
Yeah.
But again, it's interesting. It's something that everyone pretty much understands, but I don't think there's an actual definition of it.
No.
No, I hear what you're saying. Definitely
different.
locked in is, for me, like, if your to-do list, 80% of it's done by the end of today, I'll say you're on your way to be locked in, bro. Do you get what I mean? Do you know when people go to bed angry, didn't get to do this?
No,
Exactly what you meant. Like, I need to do what I need to do. You haven't done it.
No, 100%. Yeah, I think for me it's more like what you said. It's just avoiding anything that doesn't help you on your way to your goal.
right.
So, like, if there's locked in is like tunnel vision. It's like a horse wearing blinders, fam, and its only focus is getting to the finish line. Like all the distraction outside of that is just rubbish. So I think being locked in is like avoiding anything that doesn't get you straight to your goal. That's for me is what is being locked in is. So it's literally having blinders, and just avoiding any distraction. Because I remember even last night, my mum, bless her, fam. She loves to come downstairs and we'll just like I came back from the gym and she was just saying like, right, like you're really like you're patterning this, like you're mashing it, you're doing well. And I was like, yeah, of course. Like not in a name like yeah, of course, but like in my head I was like yeah, like do you know what I mean? I feel like I don't need a pat on the back for it. Do you know what I mean? And this in the sense of like, this is what I said I was gonna do, and I'm going to do it. Like that it was simple as that. Like she even said, you realize you didn't want to be doing this, you wanted to be doing that, and I'm like, yeah, of course. Like I had to make a statement of I do not want to be doing this. Then what was the next action that I had to take? I think it's even I had that process of like, I've made the statement now you got to back it up. Do you know what I mean? You can't just be saying, oh, nah, don't want to be doing this 9 to 5 thing.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 and then don't do anything. Like, you have to be doing the steps. And that's what I said to my dad the other day. I was like, yeah, cool, I might be tired, but there's no reason why I'm not going to do this thing. Like, I'm going to get it done. Like, it has to be done. Like, there's how I feel, and then there's the emotion, and then there's the action. You need to separate the two. And regardless of your emotion, the action's there. Like, it needs to be taken because time just doesn't care. Like, it's now or never. So, yeah. Nah, but going back to your question on what is sacrifice. What have I sacrificed? I feel like lately, even despite the Valentine's thing, I feel like I've sacrificed love to an extent right now. I don't know if I have the capacity to give love to someone else right now. Like genuinely, I just don't think I do.
Completely.
Like I remember, I think I was telling you, man, that there was this girl that I was speaking to, and I remember she was messaging me, being like, "Oh, like you're so busy, this, that, the other. I feel like you don't really have time for me." And I was typing the message like I'm about to like try and defend myself, and then halfway through that message, I stopped. And I deleted the message, and I then retyped. You know what? I don't think I actually do have the time for you. Like, and that was just me being honest. Like, I was like, I don't think I do.
Right.
And I was like, I was about to sit there and defend myself and say, "Oh, this is that." And I was like, but she's not wrong though.
No way.
And I think there's a part of me now that, for a couple reasons, I think love for me right now is it's vulnerability. Because this is one thing, which I'll never understand how people can jump from relationship to relationship. And I've always said this, even when I was in a relationship, I thought it was mad. Because when you're in love with someone, that person will obviously I'd like to think everyone's like this, but you share part of yourself, especially for guys. Like you share part of yourself that you just won't show anyone. Do you know what I mean? Like you are literally giving a piece of yourself away to that person. Like you tell them your innermost fears, your thoughts, your worries, your ambitions, all of this stuff. Yeah. And now this person has that forever. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, the concept of like sharing that with another person, like that's why I've always been again. Like some people would be like, "Oh, you only had one girlfriend," or "Why didn't you have why have you never had a girlfriend?" And I'm like, because why do I want to share all this important stuff with Bear Man? Like that for me was
it's a big investment, fam.
Nah, well, that's an investment, fam. That's more than a yard, fam. That's slapping down a deposit. No, word. That's a deposit, fam. Serious. So for me, I think even now, it's like the only person I have to worry about is myself. And really and truly, especially what I'm trying to achieve right now, that's the only person that relies on me. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the only person I have to hold to account and make sure that, like, cool. Even like my brother said to me the other day, he was like, your past life was a shackle on you because you were trying to account for yourself, but also someone else. And at the same time, it's not a bad thing, but it's like, I've always said it, the person you're with should add, not take away. Yes, okay, is there going to be a bit of like, little arguments here and there, but overall, it shouldn't be a net. It should always be like a net gain. Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't be a situation where you're looking at your life and thinking you're really just sapping life away from what else I could do. There needs to be adding to it. Like for you, your Marge went to where'd you go? Where'd you
India.
India. Your missus patterned the meals for you.
28 meals, bro.
28 meals, bro. 28. Don't even count it.
Oh, you might do 28 now. It's finished.
Yeah, it's finished.
Yeah,
It's
finished.
That's perfect. My March came last night as well. Perfect time.
Perfect time. That's a net positive to your life. It helps you get like pattern the rest of you. You didn't have to worry about this is that the other. Do you know what I mean?
No, 100.
So like this is what I'm saying. It's like it shouldn't take away from your life. It shouldn't add to it. So I feel like I've sacrificed that a little bit. I don't really feel like I've. This is what I was even saying to my mum. Oh, this is what my mum was saying last night, and she was like, she even gave you man a shout out. She was like, yeah. She was like about like just keeping your circle small, because a lot of people in this process of like realizing who they really want to become have to kind of like let people go. And okay, I've let a few people go here and there, but I really don't feel like I've had to, like my boys, I don't feel like I've had to let them go, because I feel like all you men understand. Even like good example, even like Lachlan, for example, Lachlan, or like even like Sean or all these guys like that I was boys with before I started patterning this thing. They just get it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's no like, and this is what I stand by. I'm like, you have to learn to be selfish with your time. So like for example, we used to go to the gym and these mums would say, "Oh, let's do this session," and I'd be like, "Yeah, come, let's do this session." Now they message me bears and say, "Oh, let's do this session together." I'm like, I can't. I've got a pattern, Harrods thing. Got to get the workout done. And at first, there's like okay, like sort of thing. But like eventually, they just start to realize, nah, he's just doing his thing. Like even Sean was like to me yesterday. I was yesterday before yesterday. I was at the gym, and he was like, "Yeah, you're working, bro." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm working." I love that, man. I'm working. And that's what I'm saying. Even with you, man, as well. It's like, it's that like having that inner circle of like people that just get it. Do you know what I mean? And don't feel like because I would hate to have friends like this, where like, let's say for example, like some friends are haters, you know, like actually, like
100%.
They're preying on your downfall.
Haters, man. Like haters, like it's like like for example, I like especially I'm not saying this is just girls, but some girls, or I think that this is mostly girls, where like let's say their friend is doing something, they'll be like, "Oh, so now you don't want to spend time with." I'm getting the job done, fam.
100%.
I'm trying to do better for me, but they take it to heart. Oh, she doesn't come out with us anymore. She chooses to, do you know? And I'm like, wow, like your boy is trying to really level up, and you're hating on them for that. Like, there's no way either of you, man, can say to me, like, I don't know. Let's say for example, I was like, "Oh, let's go and do this weekend," and you're like, "Oh no, I've got a pattern this." I'm gonna be like, "Oh, okay."
I hear that.
So it's
I
like,
see I see
like,
I
are
see
you even hearing how mad that sounds?
Well,
Can
no.
you actually imagine that? Okay. So
You got other friends?
Oh, okay,
Well,
okay. So you don't have
Nah,
time for me now. That to me is crazy. If anything, I'll be like, patting it, fam.
Nah, word.
I'm even sorry for asking you, fam. I'm even sorry for trying to hold you back. I'm sorry, fam.
Word.
Which is crazy because I think we take that for granted. And that's what my mum was like yesterday. She was like, this group you've got, hold them tight, fam. Because some
got me Marge, man.
nah, word. Because she was like, I think all our parents have been through what we've been through. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I remember my parents when I was younger. They always used to, it's the same thing you said. It's your friends, fam.
Nah, 100.
And they always were like, be careful of who you choose to surround yourself with. Like be careful. And I was just like, what are we on about? But bro, if there's one thing I wish I could go back to, like my younger me and be like, fam, listen to what these men are saying, because that one there, you gotta be careful, because like I think we genuinely take this for granted.
Oh
we
no,
have.
100%, bro.
Some people do not have friendships like this.
So remember when I told you, so I met this person's son, yeah, and he was doing his own thing, which he wanted to do, and then he started.
Watch your mic, by the way. Keep it to
He started going to the pub and that. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only time he can meet his friends. He's not really too close with his boys and that. He just does it because the whole group goes there. And then he started letting himself go, bro. The good habits turned to bad habits. Bad habits became permanent, bro. Like when I saw that brother last time, I was like, whoa, like, whoa.
How does it happen?
And I just want to touch, actually, the thing about locking in. It's crazy. At the beginning, people will never take you seriously, bro. They will only, I'm not sure about you, but they will only take you serious once the results are there, bro.
Start to show.
No, absolutely.
Because I remember I had a conversation with these people, and they were like, "Oh, what time do you go to the gym?" I was like, "Oh, just morning, innit?"
Word up.
Just morning. He was like, "Oh, no, but like, yeah, when?" And I was like, "Silly me." I said, "Oh, it was like 4 o'clock," and it was like 4 o'clock, bro. And then one of them was like, "Oh, get a life, bro." Like, what are you doing? And I was like,
Man said, get a
"Oh,
life.
that's what I'm trying to do." That's what I'm trying to do, bro.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Get
To make up for lost time.
Word up.
And then obviously right now I haven't got the results, but once you do get the results, that's what I would love to know about you guys, like especially with you, John.
Do you know what it
Once
is?
you got the result, how was everyone saying it? Oh, I see it. I get it.
Word. Do you know what it is? Yeah. I'll actually talk more about, because this time not that many. Not that many people see me. And I don't work in Bobber, so it's kind of like it hasn't really been that. There hasn't been that much of a difference.
Yeah.
But the time where this was a mad thing was when I was working at Procore, innit? My last job.
Okay.
Because people are like in the office, like, bro, it's never that deep. Just munch this, just munch, like, it's never that. Why are you doing that? Like, what are you doing?
No, 100, bro.
What are you? Just see this.
Just see
It's just never that deep. But then once the transformation started coming, now they're saying, wow, it's good. You're just so disciplined.
100, bro. 100. The way they just switch up.
You know, sometimes they even start coming and ask you, could you just like help me with could you do like a plan for me?
Yeah.
So that always happens, and I think that's even part of the story.
It's part
of the sweetness of the story. But 100%, that will happen all the time. But it is true that like your real G's will cover from the start. Like they're the ones that you don't need to explain to.
100%. You don't need to at all. Like you just it's calm. Like,
and I think for me, it's not even about like how much time I spend with someone or how far we go back. It's a bit transactional, but it's like from where I'm trying to go now, who's most on board in it?
Yeah,
those are really good G's, isn't it?
Facts.
For example, I have one G in it I told you about. One guy called Shay. I don't know if he'll watch this video. It's my guy.
Man, like,
and yeah, obviously we usually link up to watch like Marvel whenever Marvel releases.
Oh yeah.
He'll shout me, which to be fair, even came out yesterday, wherever it is, that new movie. Anyway, so he shouted me to go and watch the new Captain America thing in like January time, and I was like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, this quarter
Thank God.
you're not gonna see me, bro. Now, obviously, for some people that would be a problem, innit? But the guy was like, you know, I even respect it, pattern it.
Yeah,
That's when you know you have a good. That's
Yeah.
friend, bro.
real
100.
friend.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's a real friend. I can
That's
see
a
the guy
real friend.
once a quarter, twice a quarter, do you know, and it's just like,
The
yeah,
love's
that's
still there, bro.
100%. Those are the real G's that you rate, innit? So you need more of those people, innit? One thing I was gonna ask, more so to Aaron, and I guess to Sean, kind of, I guess. Obviously, with going back to the locked in thing, and you talked about sacrifice and love. I guess with my case, obviously because it's more of a long distance thing,
Yeah.
it makes it a little bit more complex. But especially Aaron, how are you patterning the best of both worlds, if that makes sense? Like, how are you making sure that you're not, especially the time you spend with your girl, that it's not just derailing you? I feel like with me, the way it works is a bit of an oxymoron. So naturally, because I need to go to Spain, it's kind of like a trip. I feel like those are the times where I'm least locked in. Typically, once I get back after going to Spain, I'm the most locked in. Because going there makes me feel like, right, I need to pattern. Because also, even like just the idea of like being able to pattern a trip whenever you want, not having the pressure of, I need to come back now, or like those are the things that make me feel that, you know, I need to lock in way more.
Yeah.
But typically, the times when I'll pattern a trip is when I'll see that, all right, cool, this is the period of time where I'm most vulnerable. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm curious, like, what's your... Obviously, it's not like you're doing a mad trip to go and see her, but how would you pattern your thing? And even Sean, like from before, how would you pattern your thing to make sure that you're not really it's not a period of vulnerability?
Yeah.
So in my opinion, you actually can't balance it, bro. In my honest opinion,
I'm glad you said that.
each one's going to take a hit. Either I spend time with my girl, my focus, my locked in's going to take a hit, or I'm locked in, and unfortunately, it is what it is. She's going to take a hit. I explained that to her the other day, actually. Hence why I do this Valentine's thing and etc. Because it's not her fault, it's my fault. Don't take this to heart.
Right.
But even Valentine's, bro. Yeah, I woke up early in the morning, ready for the gym.
Didn't happen.
And then we were like, 5 more minutes. I said, okay, 5 more minutes. That was my bad.
Right.
I chose to agree with that and stick with it.
Right.
Guess what? I didn't go to the gym in the morning.
Right.
But nevertheless, when I do spend time with her, I do try and make it efficient. Like last time I played squash with her and we did running at the end to get our 5K. I mean, 10K steps in. So like I do try and balance it as much, but obviously when I'm with her, you actually got to do them boyfriend duties. Do you get what I mean? Which is affecting the locked in thing. Do you get what I mean?
It's like a direct...
Do you reckon these times these men will care if I show you a video on here? I need to show you.
What type of video is it?
It's about what you just asked as well. That's why I want to show you.
Yeah, when I pull up. Yeah. Why was you pulling up there? And I completely hear what you're saying.
Because, bro, the fact that I missed gym on Friday, I was definitely hitting the gym on Saturday. No matter what. Even on Saturday, I couldn't even wake up on time. I was like, there's no way I'm doing this 2 days in a row, bro. And I did a 9 till 4:30 shift on the Saturday. I have to go, bro. I have to go. That's why it's kind of good in the fact where even though it's unbalanced, but because I wasn't locked in, I'm looking in double when I come back.
And I hear it. Wait, show the thing going.
Let me do it.
Something that I've noticed in the past year is if you truly want to balance both, being physically fit, going to the gym and drinking, that is way harder than just going all in on one and then doing the other occasionally. This might sound stupid, but so many people are desperate to continue to go out every single weekend and still make progress. That is really, really fucking hard. Balance is almost impossible. And I say almost because, yes, it's possible, but it is so mentally and physically harder than just going all in one and doing the other occasionally. Something that I've noticed in the past year.
No,
so true.
I saw that last night, and
who's that guy, by the way? Do you know?
Just a random guy. But he made me think, like, even with what you just said now, like with to do with like how do you balance it? Like you said, you just can't. Like, at the time when obviously I was in a relationship before, there just wasn't that. I can't describe it. You just can't make everyone happy. Do you know what I mean? And I was even speaking to let me use a code word. Wonder Woman fam.
Wait. I used to clock this up. Wonder Woman, as in from our place of recreation.
Yeah, word.
Later on, I'll get the clarification.
I was even chatting to her the other day, and she was even saying that like we're just talking about how not having time for certain people, and if you're not on board with what I'm doing, I don't have the balance to be able to like make you happy and also make me happy,
right?
And pattern what I need to get done. Do you get what I mean?
Right.
So like I agree with you wholeheartedly. I don't think you can ever really have a balance. Someone just has to be willing to take a hit.
Yeah.
And especially it depends how bad do you want it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because if you want it bad enough, I'm sorry, that person's gonna have to take a hit, and they have to understand that, and they have to be okay with that. Hence why for me, even like now, in terms of when it comes back to the sacrifice thing, where I said love, because for me, I'll have it open on this conversation with someone to say, cool, this is the amount of time I can afford to you, right? If you can't hack that, that is absolutely fine, and I respect that, because you are the main character in your own film, and the only person you need to worry about is yourself. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm in a situation now where it's kind of like, well, I can't balance. I can't balance it. There's even like I think about it now, it actually hurts to even think about the thought of like I'd have to even trying to do what I'm doing now and try and. Someone said to me, "Oh, you can live your old life again." That's impossible.
Yeah,
like I just don't have the mental capacity to be able to pattern that. So yeah, I don't really think there is a balance.
How do you feel like, how do you feel like this will change, or if it will change once you get married?
Well, what in terms of balancing everything out?
In terms of balancing the boyfriend duty and the locked-in duty.
Yeah.
So I feel like once we reach the marriage stage, there's a few avenues that could happen. Because obviously now you have to be committed. Like you've made a promise to
100%.
her and her family.
100%.
And like if her parents are trusting me to take care of her, I can't just put her to the side.
No.
So this is where hopefully, it will happen. What am I saying? Hopefully it will happen. Once we start getting bigger and bigger, I'll be able to delegate more tasks to other people, so I can start spending time with her. Doesn't mean I'm going to delegate everything and spend time, because she needs to understand like that's not how business is run. You know, you still got to do your thing.
Right.
But at least the duties that I don't really need to be doing is an extra half an hour, extra day that I can spend with her, if that makes sense.
Right.
Or the other avenue is tailing her needs and my needs together, where we're both ticking each other's boxes, if that makes sense. We're both doing what we need to do.
100%.
She is so good with she loves sports and being fit. That's extra time we can spend together.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? 'Cause at the moment we're doing it separately.
Right.
But obviously when we're together, she can come to my session, I can go to her session.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think again. Obviously, I think there's certain things that just become a priority, and certain things just aren't a priority right now. So for me, once I find that person where they are, again, I think for me it comes down to don't make me feel like I'm compelled to do something. That's just me personally, right? So if I'm with someone that doesn't say to me, I need you to be here, or I need us to be doing this, or this is that, the other, I'm gonna want to do that anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's say for example, I haven't had like a date night with my partner in a while. I will be aware of that myself anyway. If you start telling me we haven't been on a date night in 2 weeks and we need to go on one, that's just gonna push me away from you more, because I already have that instinct. I already have that thought in my head to say, right, I need to we need to do something. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I'm a normal human being. I think the same things that you will probably be thinking as well. But when I feel like you're trying to pull me away from something, because like I'm already aware of that, and I'm trying to manage my time to fit that in. And it's a bit like what happened yesterday. So, client I was training yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So, we said that I was going to help train her at 4:30. Yeah. So, in my head, I know that she's relying on me to be there at 4:30.
Right.
So I make provisions so that I can be there at 4:30.
Right.
I've juggled things around bears. I then go to message her to say, "Calm, I'll see you at 4:30." Lo and behold, she sent me a voice note. Cool. I listened to the voice note, and then she's like, "Oh, so it turns out I'm finishing work early. Can we do 4?" And I'm like, "Hang on. Do you know what I just went through to get us to 4:30?"
Right.
And just because you clicked your fingers and decided now you want to do 4, and that's what I'm saying. I need to be someone that needs to understand that like I'm gonna do the best I can to try and make you happy. Do you know what I mean? So don't try and force me into a situation where now I'm having to do even more. But then again, like that's what I'm saying. Like for certain things are just a priority. My wife, priority. I'll fit you in. That's something that's added to the list. And yes, will there be a turbulent period? 100%. But eventually, the calibration calibrates and it levels out. Same with kids.
Yeah.
Priority. Yes, will it be tough at the start? 100%. But it will calibrate. 100%. It will level out. So.
Do you know what I would say to that though? I understand what you're saying. Like, she shouldn't be saying we need to go on date night. But there'll be times where we're all too locked in. I know you say you're still aware, but there will be times where we're very locked in, and sometimes we might get a bit too carried away.
No,
So
100%.
When they do tell me, "Oh, we need to go date night," me personally, I'll be like, "You know what? We do. I'll take you out like this day."
Lock it in the calendar, bro.
Yeah, let me put it in the calendar.
Yeah,
You get what I mean?
word. I think
I'll put it in the calendar for you. But I appreciate the reminder and I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Because, bruv, when you train for High Rocks and all these stuff, bro, I know there's no such thing as date night during them periods. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. It's like even like I think I'm gonna talk about it another day properly. But the Drake guy, his like I was watching his video the other day, and his girlfriend said something like that. I was like, she's just cold. Like,
I know.
She's on it. Yeah.
Donnie woke up in the middle of the night on a rest day. And because he had a rest day, and then he woke up in the middle of the night, I was like, rah, like he was itching, fam. He was like, I need to be doing something. Then he went into the gym and done like a 5,000 meter ski. And she was recording the video, going to the gym to show that he was doing the 5,000 meters. And as she's recording it, saying, Jake had a really intrusive thought, and he just decided, like, he's woke up in the middle of the night, left his yacht in bed, and said, I'm going to do this thing. And the maddest part is, she was gassed. She was like, Jake just had a thought in the middle of the night, and he's decided to go to the gym.
She's a Norman, yeah.
And she was gassed. He was patting it. And that's, for me, is what I want. Like, I don't want...
This is interesting. Go carry.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Now, I don't know. And they've been together for time. Right. So I like to think her love for him is unconditional because she's been there from the start before he was anything to now. So I don't think it's a thing of like, he's earning, he's gonna be earning us racks, get in the gym, fam. Right. But like there was genuine, like when I saw it when she was saying it, it was like she's proud in it. Like she knows this Don is so locked in, and yes, he has to make sacrifice. But it's like when she's watching him, she's proud that he's living his dream in it. And for me, I will never, ever, ever want to block someone from their dreams. Like, I think if you really, really, really love someone, yes, are there going to be things that they're going to do that's going to impact negatively on you? Like, for example, I know for a fact she deals with situations where she doesn't get to see the Don enough, or he's traveling here, there, and everywhere. Right. But you should be, I believe you should be happy for your partner that they're living their best life. Do you know what I mean? And you're part of it. But, like, yes, okay, well, it impacts me a little bit. Well, I'm not able to spend as much time for her. But again, it comes back to the thing. For me, I just have this thing in my heart where I always look at someone and I think, you are the main character in your film. Why I'm not going to make you be an extra in your own life so that you can help support me, but also focus on you. Like, do you know what I mean? Even if my wife was in a situation where she's purely supporting me and doing nothing else, I'd just say to her, so what are you? What about your film? Because at the end of it, you need to go back and look and be like, rah, like, yeah, that was a film, fam. Like, what are you doing for your own film? Like, I will happily tell my wife, be selfish. If I say to my wife, yeah, I need a date night, and she comes back and says, yeah, but I need to pattern this in.
Say no more.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
No, good.
Because this is as far as I was saying to you yesterday, as far as we are concerned, we can all believe in anything we want to believe. But none of us know for an absolute fact what comes next after this. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone. So, me personally, I will tell someone, live your life to the fullest. Like, actually live, like, this is your one. As like the chances of you being alive is greater than winning the lottery, fam. This is your lottery ticket. Do not mess up this chance. This is your one chance at this. Make it count. Do you get what I'm saying? And if that slightly negatively impacts on me, I think I can take the hit on that one a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
No, I even hear it. This partner thing is not even easy, bro.
It's not easy, fam. It's not. Even these
That's
times.
what makes it fun, though.
No,
That's
it makes it fun, and it's not meant to be easy.
No, I don't.
Like we said, if it's worth having, it's not meant to be easy. So like, even sometimes I'm like, I hear you, man, talking about your relationships. And I'm like, yeah, it's cold. It's actually meant to be like that. Yeah, you're it's constant like tweaking. Like there's never. I don't think it should ever really be at a point where it's actually like just calm. Like, do you know what I mean? It's
always a journey, bro.
Adjusting. Like just as you figure out the puzzle, then another piece you realize, that piece is missing. I've got to figure out this one now. Now I've got to and that's how it should be. Yeah. But so long as you're in a situation where you're aware of each other, that you're trying to pattern this puzzle together, like I think that's calm. That's calm. So. Because
even before we even close,
I think we'll wrap up in a minute.
But it's an interesting one because obviously what you're saying in terms, especially Aaron, what you're saying in terms of one of them's gonna have to take a hit. It's do you know what it is? I think it's not about whether you're gonna take a hit or not. It's about being able to plan and program your hits, bro. Do you get it? Because basically, there's a difference between me saying, "All right, cool. I'm going to schedule me being locked in, taking a hit next week." There's a difference between that, and then there's a difference between that and, let's say, me just trying to be locked in, neglecting boyfriend duties.
Okay.
And then that leads to an argument, or that leads to a situation, which then causes me to not be locked in by force.
Yes.
Do you get it? So
yes,
it's like,
yes.
It's a tough dance, but as you said, that's definitely the whole point of it, bro.
Nah.
That's the last dance, though.
Word
MJ.
Word. But cold. We never really. I just wanted to say before we leave. We never really break the fourth wall. But obviously, you man that are watching. I hate to do this, guys. But sometimes, if you don't ask, you don't get. So obviously, if you're watching and you're enjoying, just press that little button. That little button that's there. Subscribe. Obviously. We be here anyway. This is our thing that we love doing. So even any of you that are watching, it means a lot. So give a subscribe, give a like. Obviously, give a comment if there's anything you want us to chat about as well, or have your thoughts. Have your thoughts on anything, because I think even some of these topics we talk about, it'd be nice to hear like someone to be like, give what's it called? Their perspective, be like, you know what, fam, I'm going through it right now with the missus, fam. I'm struggling to balance it all. So, and even the female perspective as well. So it's good, and we can chat about that as well. So, true. But yeah, cold up. We'll wrap it up there, I think.
Sweet.